dámy a pánové, já vás vítám u herní série na hru Dragon Age Inquisition. Jdeme dál, protože už to tady absolutně... Vstupte do tanečního sálu. Kolene. Ve vodu.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Trevelyan of the Ostwick Circle of Magi. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
This guy writes better fiction than I do.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais. Right hand of the divine, renowned author Tharic Dethris. Head of noble house Dethris, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild, Warden Blackwall of Valcheven, Constable of the Grey, bearer of the silver-right wings of valor, Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall, Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine, and Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I'm delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Alam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
S tebou.
How are Mama? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything? Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always. Meaning she's after you to do more work. You always take her side. Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him? Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them. Where did you hear such nonsense? Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Those stories are little more than wistful thinking, milady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon. Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet? I must wait for my inspiration. And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of. The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent. Yvette. Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette, stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the... No. She once told the Duke of... Absolutely not. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking. Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Bude to another time, protože...
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end.
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that this wasn't renovations at all.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. You never met Madame the Fair, the Circle-appointed mage to the court. She leveraged the position to one of real power. When the Circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Jak já tu Lilianu miluju tady v tomhle fakt.
Interesting. Boring.
Boring. Budeme si tady muset zatím něco... Cassandra se stojí tady, tam moc asi je šlechtic. Co potřebuje?
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wing is sealed. I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing...
To ne, no. To máte pravdu.
Interesting.
Tak, tady se muselo hledat tady s tímhletím. Přečíst pamětní desku.
Boring.
Nenašel si nic zajímavého?
Just gossip.
Poprvé neřekl, že to jsou drby, kámo. Tak to mě dostal teďka zrovna, týpeček. Dobrý. OK. Vyslechněte.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else. We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Jo. Jít do pokoju pro služebnictvo. Blackwall.
Don't I know you from somewhere? Ah. Lord Ridaldo.
Tak jo. To zase nemáme. Tady to je totiž strašně těžký, tady tohle, takže to...
Interesting. Waste of time.
Tak.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now. He should have considered that before.
My lord Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I am always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in his holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspar is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition is our best hope for peace in these difficult times.
She looks forward to cementing a formal alliance.
As soon as Gaspard is out of the way.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Máme tady někde plnit asi nějaké rozkazy zase.
What is Lady Pentacle? Is that him?
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Did you need something?
Ne, to si vůbec tady nikdo nevšimne. To je úplně zbytečné. Co to? Tak. Něco tady bylo v knihovně. Tak. Dobrá. Je tu ještě něco? Dobrý. Než by to nepotřebuji. Pozor, pozor. Schromažděno skandální zkušenost Gadianě, super. Tak, musíme tam být moc dlouho. Jo, už jsem zase zpátky, dobré, super. Tak.
Good to know.
Je jich až moc tady tohle. Dobrý den. Tak, počkej, už tam vlastně dostanu, že? A můžu vždycky kdykoliv přijít tady má a zase se to tady. Mám 33 náklonnost, to je dobré. Musím si udělat nějaké úkoly potom v průběhu večera. Tady jsem teďka v tom, takže tady mě nemůžou. Pozor, tady něco je. Musím si udělat nějaké údvory, nějaké ty. Já nemám sošky, já je neotevřu. Já musím hledat, kde byly ty sošky, no. Vrm. Pardon.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Je písničky tam.
Inquisitor, are you enjoying the ball? This is your first presentation at court, is it not? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes. This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
He went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Dobře.
Well, well. What's this?
Tohle to bude perfektní, to.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Ještě v pohodě. Ale pamatuju si to stále dobře. Když tady to...
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
I can't imagine Gaspard being vitriolic. What's the matter?
The Grand Duke bears a grudge against the Council for refusing him the crown. He's threatened death if they refuse him again, collectively and individually, along with their vassals. What backwater did you come from? Everyone knows that.
Tak. Dobrý, tak. Lezeme tady nahoru. Tak.
There must be something here.
Tak. Tak, výborně. Tak, hotovo.
I need to get back before I'm missed.
Tak. Tak, tady něco bylo. Super. Minutku. Nádhera. Tak.
Boring.
Tak.
Well, that's useful.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
Laurent was the love of my life. Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Určitě.
Smile, Commander. You're so handsome when you smile.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers, trimmed with pearls and emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Is that it?
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the freeway and
Yep, je to pravda, lidi. Všechno, co víte, je pravda.
Did you just grab my...
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband,
Tady můžu ho obsadit, bo.
That Weinstein is never
Tady máme tady něco.
Are you happy to see me at all?
Where has that servant gone? Always their duties.
Tady nic. Radši teďka chvilku zůstávám tady na bále, dokud jsem tady. A hledám, ale zatím nic nemám. A to mě strašně sere vždycky. Tak a tady už jsme byli, že?
Have you heard from me? Can I get you a drink, Commander Cullen?
Vidím, že Commander Cullen nemá rád tyto úžasné ty. Přečíst pamětní desku, si přečíst. Dobré. Tak, pojďme. Zpátky do vestibulu. Tak. Na to potřebujeme klíče.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of...
Interesting. Boring.
Boring.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
Another time, my lord.
Yes?
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Another time, my lord.
Tohle to mi teď hodně pomohlo. Nápadné řecké služebnice.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Válcová pečeť.
Did you hear what Gaspard said?
Well, well. What's this?
To jsou pečetě, kámo. Nebo něco takového. Tak za chvilku vyjde zase člen rady, nějaký borec. A pak tady nějaký zase bude.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's
If I have to
vitriol.
clean up another puddle.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Já a laskav? Ani ne. Aha. Hru v tomto momentě není možné uložit. Aha! Dobrá, no, takže všechna rozhodnutí, která provedu, nejsou na místě.
This is a private conversation.
Aha, omlouvám se, pánové. My nemáme sochy, ale... Tohle se mi nelíbí, jako mi... Jo? Tak jo. Vylezeme rychle nahoru. Máme 54. Dobře. Jenom se tady...
Interesting.
Ukáž.
You must be mistaken. No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles. If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
OK. Máme pro Dadianu něco dalšího. Minutku. Ještě? Ještě něco?
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's sped up estate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Dobrý, musíme rychle do toho. Tady nám chybí ta soška, takže já teď udělám jednu věc. Tady se to dělá.
We can only hope Celine prevails.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Ukáž.
I had no idea.
Tohle je nečekané, ani já to nečekalo. Že to bude tak napínavé s ní hrdinů. Tak. Za Ladianou co nejdřív. Říkám, tady to je taková nejnudnější část, ale proto si ji taky hodíme do jedné epizody. Ariano, mám něco pro tebe, na.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
This is good work.
Haha, máme 62, výborně, takže ještě, wow. No, lidi, já jsem to taky nečekala, že to budu taká příjemná, ale co taká příjemná trošku, no.
Makes me nervous.
All the family to Skyhold for the summer. You'd be bored the second you stepped past the gates. Skyhold is a fortified castle, not a holiday resort. And don't you miss us? Of course I do, Yvette. There's just so much work undone. You always put these tasks ahead of us. Well, I'll see if I can come home for your gallery showing. How does that sound? Oh, that would be so nice. Do you promise? Yes, I promise. Oh, wonderful. Who are you?
What is Lady Pentagon?
Tak jo. Takže já se potřebuji dostat. OK, takže my se teďka musíme dostat tady. Zpátky do tohohle krásného vestibulu. Už se to dalo konečně uložit, není možné. Takže si to uložím takhle, kdyby se cokoliv zase stalo. Ukáž.
I had no idea.
No, Liliane, to budeme nosit. Tak. Já bohužel nemám sošky, to mě strašně sere, protože ty sošky jsou teď to nejdůležitější, co nás tady. Klíče nemám. Já se podívám, jestli tady není nějaká soška, ale myslím, že ne. Že tady nemám ty sošky, no, takže já se nedostanu tam, kam potřebuju. To není dobrý kam. No tady jsme už vlastně byli. Ulala. Tak, rychle to hodíme Liliane. Prohledejte v horním křídle. Dobře poslouchej. To jo, to bych ráda. To bych ale musela vědět, kde najít sošky. Protože je potřebujeme. Tak. Dobrý, máme to do 60. Max. A to ještě budu ho psát dolů jak kreten vždycky. Jdeme. Lala, to tady musí totiž hledat, mi to nebaví tady tohle. Ale... Aspoň jedna vždycky musí. Dobré. Tak si budeme jednání. Vystužený poloplat pro čaroděje. Minutku. Tu já nepoužívám, tu já zničit, ano, ale já chci ten polopláštík. Jo, asi jo, hej. Alespoň víme, co se stalo s těma slehrama. Takže si to přeskočím. Lala. Tak. Tak, výborně, jdeme dál. Teď budu procházet kolem nich, aby mě náhodou na to... Aby náhodou o mě něco nezjistili.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
I'm here on important business concerning the entire Empire.
As am I, it seems. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? You might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Miluju, kámo, miluju.
Where are Alban and Colette? Who cares?
Pozdravte se dvorní dámy, pomluvte si s velvyslankyní Brielou. Kde jsou ty dvorní dámy?
Was that Inquisition?
Musím se chovat velmice vřele, aby to vypadalo dobře.
Inquisitor?
Josephine?
Inquisitor? Hello.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of. The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Emperor... Eva... Sorry, Josie.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Někdy jinde. Já. Kde jsou dvorní dámy naší... Protože Celine se vůbec dobře nebaví. Zatímco my se bavíme... Oh.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
My investigations turned up something interesting. Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
Duke Gaspard.
Commander, has anyone
Alliance.
that you haven't? He's fortunate. I wonder if the Inquisitor feels the same.
Lady Knight.
Inquisitor?
The talks are going well.
The Empress will get it. Does anyone have a report?
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
Not as much as you.
Mistress Nightingale, what a...
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Are all the Delons?
Is there something we may do for you?
We do so in...
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. He's made a lot of threats to the Council of Heralds.
The Grand Duke is all talk, Inquisitor.
Very loud talk, accompanied by swords.
He has never had any skill at the game.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala. She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard, and forged documents to both sides.
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality?
She's better at the game than we thought.
Her people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming, Inquisitor.
She could be spying on our every word. How exciting!
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
Děkuji a teď musím najít tu poslední tu. Tady je velvyslankyně Briala.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. Slumming even more than usual, I see. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Celine and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
I had a question about you, Briala.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
What's your story? How is an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard. He's been threatening the nobles on the Council of Heralds,
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about you, actually. You murdered negotiators and stole their documents.
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor, murder and intrigue barely count as trying. If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people are hidden all over the palace.
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
Tak, jdeme do pokoju pro službu.
You have such beautiful hair.
You were acquainted.
Zase mi mezi tím prochází. Tak.
This could be worth checking out.
Why kill the servants? They were unarmed.
Sorry to break it to you, hero, but this is what they call collateral damage. Like war is a loan that's late a few payments. I hope we find the bastard who did this.
Aha, doufám taky, že ho najdeme. Sebrat utlučený deník. Tak, tohle to bude, jak říkám, trošku delší epizoda, protože já na takové kratoučké nejsem plně zvyklá. No, tak. Lidi, tak tady vím, co se zase stane. To se ani nemusíte ptát. To vím, tady to už trošku znám.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
Does this guy seem out of place to anyone else?
That knife bears a Chalon family crest. Gaspard's crest.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No!
Venatory agents! That must be the Venatory leader.
Já nenávidím tohle. Pojď. To je dobrý, to se podařilo. Jo, to půjde. Tady se akorát nesmí používat moje znamení, jo? To je škoda. To ho využívám. Pojď vole, co se... Bez tebe jsme tady úplně mimo. To mi věř. Musíme přinést nějaké informace.
The Venatory were watching this approach. They're organized.
Dobrý. Tak. Krev tu je všude. Pořád mám přes 50%. Jen tam oběma trvnu tady tohle. Dobrý. Tady to výsostně zpomalili. Matka orla. Já jsem jediný mák tady vlastně tentokrát. Dobrý. To není dobrý. Musím se to vdít, musím to stihnout za chvilku. Musím dělat nesmysl. Ale už to takový nekojí. Ale mám radost, že jsme našli Morrigan. Máme nějaký dopis nebo něco? Ne. Zlato, ale to taky potřebujeme, dobré. Tam nejdu. Potřebuji hlavně najít jenom toho Harlekina tady. Dobrý den. Neviděli jste tady někde Harlekina? Já udělám jednu věc. Tohle to mě fakt nebaví. Takže jim udělám. Znovu tak trošku pohraju. Prostě zbijem na jednu ránu. Protože tady mě to nikdy moc nebavilo v tom paláci, já to potřebuji trošičku rychleji zmáknout. A pak mě nebaví s nima furt bojovat. Tak. Samozřejmě to pak vypnu.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
No doubt there's a line of people breathlessly waiting for dances with me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
What do I have to give you in exchange for this army of spies?
A moment of consideration. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
Asi ne. Asi ne. Drahoušku. Tak počkej, jsem tady někde viděla jednu věc. Tady. Mám věc. Tam nejdu. Ne! Tam nebudu padat teďka, fakt ne. Dobrý. Tak. To se mi nelíbí. Mají tu... Ale já už nesu. Číst. Super. Jenom jestli tam něco je. Už mi to stejně tam nevejde, takže. Tak, kam já mám jít? Jo, já to asi vyběhnu zpátky nahoru. A seskočím si to celé tam. Takže já už tady nemám co najít. To je ten problém. Tak.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Nemáte zač? Tak, rychle, než mě zase začnou všichni nenávidět.
There must be something here.
A není. Zatím.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Some of those might have gone a bit far.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
Tak, co pak tu máme? Ale to by se Lilianě mohlo s klidem líbit. Tak, soška Havy, sebrat příkazy. Tak. Tak. Co ještě někdo se mnou? Ne, dobrý. Počkej, co? Tak. Tak, do tanečního sálu promluvit si s gospodem.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. You are from the Free Marches, are you not? How much do you know about our little war?
My advisors keep me informed.
One would hope the Inquisition's leaders had a proper understanding of politics.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
I think I can agree with that, yes.
Then you have lifted a terrible burden from my heart, Inquisitor. The world is filled with doubt and uncertainty. Fear rules more hearts than any empire. I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing. Just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess tried to convince me Gaspard is the traitor, but I'm not sure I buy it.
Florian and her brother are thick as thieves, but she would give him up in an instant to save herself.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I like where this is going.
I don't. If Corypheus succeeds...
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Waste of time.
Tak rychle. Tohle to musí být extra rychlovka. A sakra.
Are we going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss?
Co? Dobré, tady se zase zapnu.
Thank you.
I hope you're not disappointed I stole your dance partner.
No, not at all. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florian.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow Briala's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Jo. Tak, složka haly. A jdeme dál. To pak nemáme. Ne, to nebudu to prohrávat. Spěchám. Nemám na takové pitominy čas. Musím to stihnout rychle.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
What exactly is in this for you?
The wild, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You're not being kind, Florian. He's got to get used to disappointment.
But not today, I think. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him, and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Pak to zase vypnu.
And trust his tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
No more demons. It's safe.
Maker? I've never seen one that close before. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
He's going to attack tonight. What about the peace talks?
Nobles don't give a shit about honor and conduct unless it suits them. He'll do what it takes to claim the throne.
Impressively ruthless of Gaspard, if predictable.
Do these people ever not stab each other in the back? Just curious.
Gaspard doesn't care who he hurts on his way to the throne, does he?
You saved my life. I owe you. And Gaspard still hasn't paid me. You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Typeček nám bude svědčit. Tak jo. Kam teď? Nejlépe sem asi, že? Jo, asi to, protože mě to říkám, mě to strašně sere, tady tohle. Jo, a nechce se mi tady bojovat furt se všema, takže prostě jednoduše to uděláme takhle. Tak jo, maestro. Tak. Tak, musíme se vrátit ke Kalenovi. Pogadu. Tak, hlavně taneční sál. Výborně.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon.
What should we do?
Já jsem celá od krve, vole, a ty se mě zeptáš, co budeme dělat? Zadržíme ve vodkyni.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down!
Now! For Corypheus, kill them all!
Cullen, protect the people!
Yes, Inquisitor.
Beaten at every turn. You've taken the moment of my victory and left me in disgrace. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
Zatancujeme si? Tak pojď na to. Vy si pojedete tam s nima? Dobrý. Tak, to jsou 12. Tak by mohli jít si. Tak ne. Dobře. Tak, na ní. Ve vodkyni. Pardon, se s ní. Au. Jaj. To nenávidím tady tohle, ale dobře. Tak. Dobrý, já se s ní poradím, si poradím tam s těma, já budu tady mydlit zatím jí. Hlavně na ní. Takhle se mi to líbí. Nějakou dobu nebudu moct použít. Ti tam pěkně domydlili. No zase tak smrtonosná není. Celkově mi to zabralo víc než 10 minut. Abychom se dostali sem. Takže jo. Dobrý. Už ta chvilku snad už neudělala ten poslední krok. Tak. Já ji tam na ní budu posílat tady tohle. Tak pojď. Pojď Duchess. No pojď ale. Yes! Oh, mein Gott! Oh. Tak. Kde je Duchess? Ona zmizela. Ona prostě utekla. Ona si prostě jenom tak zmizí, chápete to? Já ne. Já jsem úplně blbá, ale já to prostě nechápu. Ona to prostě jenom tak zmizela. Co se jí chtělo, kurde.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course.
Gaspard's been trying to bully the Council of Heralds into crowning him Emperor. I met a council attaché who can confirm it.
A few idle threats hardly make me a traitor.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
Here, I have the letter Gaspard penned to his general ordering his men into position inside the palace.
Can you blame me? Considering what transpired, preparing to repel an attack was the course of wisdom.
And his mercenary captain will be happy to tell you all their plans for the coup tonight. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
For this service to the Empire, Briala, your previous treachery will be pardoned. But you will have to live in exile.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future. You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin, and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Ending the war was the first step. Our final goal must be peace for all Thetis.
Well said, Inquisitor. We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
Things went according to plan for once. I couldn't be happier.
Tonight was a triumph. You should be proud. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I was hoping you'd ask, my lord.
Yes! A máme Morrigan citičky, takže máme Lelianu, máme Morrigan. Zase spolupracují spolu, dámy a pánové. Konečně. Yes! Jej! Zase mám z nich úplně radost, tyjo, že zase ty dvě pospolu, ale to zase bude, ježiš, to zase bude nadávek, ty vole, a už tady, jo, zrka ve vzduchu. Zkombinujte dvojité tesáky a drásající tesáky pro větší poškození při útoku do Z. No way. To neudělám. A jak zapnu ten mikrák, tak se tam objeví nějaká cutscéna, už to vidím, ty vole. Jo, to je úplně normální tady. Ne, mám fakt radost, že se to podařilo, ty jo. Tak kráso. Tak, to nejhorší máme za sebou.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royo as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
These aren't just any 2 people. They are key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Thedas, we must ask you to make this sacrifice.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. The support of the Empire should make our search for the Grey Wardens easier. Varric is eager to help his friend Hawk.
Ah! Yes, kámo. Dobré, vyběhneme hore. Ještě se naposled promluvíme s Josie, jestli tam něco bude. Počkej. Další úroveň. Škoda, že to nepřišlo dřív. Počkej, já potřebuji tady. Tady. A tu už mám všechno asi, že? Tak, tady potvrdit naskladanou. Ještě se promluvíme naposled s Josie, no. Maska císařovny. Ty vole, jenom už se to tady opravilo.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
Ale my budeme... No ne. Tak to jo, kámo.
First, this wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Alam-Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
There is worth and weight in every judgment, no matter how unusual.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Grand Duchess Florian de Chalon, guilty. Your claims are forfeit. I assume, Josephine, this is enough?
Quite, Inquisitor. And again, my apologies.
Už jinak nic, výborně, super. Tak, Lady Josephine Montilier.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam-Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day.
Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
My favorite moment of the evening is still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime. A pleasure.
How do you stay so civil with everyone, Josephine?
Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Tak. Výborně. Tak, dámy a pánové, já to tady pro dnešek típnu. Děkuji moc za každý odběr, like, shlédnutí a uvidíme se v další části na hru Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition. Zatím adios, amigos.